The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. Hey everyone, Nick in the States here, and today, well, we're talking Harley Bentons again. And this guy right here, which is the Harley Benton CST 24T, which is, as you might have guessed, kind of a cool PRS, somewhere between a PRS SE and a PRS 24 fret copy. This uses Harley Benton's, see if I can get the best, their Paradise, kind of pre-dyed, more 3D, kind of cool top. So you get really a lot of figure to the top there. Nice cherry back, it's trim, belly cut, a lot of the standard appointments. It's actually a three-piece neck up to here with a scarf and then the head joint, and then a two-piece heel again too, as you can see there. But let's get you nice and close. You can see the top. The tell you what, the fit and finish work on this was pretty darn good. I'll show you one or two little issues where it's kind of the paint and masking off on the binding probably could have been a little better, and if it were a bunch more expensive guitar, I might have had issues with it. I mean, you can kind of see up around the horn where more of the binding is painted than you would want to see there, and then you can kind of see, how do I turn this and make that happen, where it doesn't, the binding got painted a little on at the end there. All in all though, a rather nice, great top. It's a very bright cherry, and I find that a lot of the Harley Bentons are very kind of a little more vivid than you would even expect them to be from a color perspective. I think the only kind of negative is the plastics look a little that yellowy kind of green versus cream, but only a little bit. It's got Wilkinson humbuckers, which I think are the same ones that are in my L450 Plus, the Honeyburst, kind of lemon burst top. 24 frets, as we said before. Nice bound fretboard. Harley Benton kind of unique headstock shape that, once again, I think is only a little bit of millwork away from being very close to the PRS style. No name branded, but they are Wilkinson tuners. And I'll say, of all the Bentons I've gotten, these are the best feeling tuners of the bunch. It's got a Wilkinson trem on it. It's the nice PRS style, no screw, just slip in, which is really kind of great. I like those a lot. Doesn't really grip it very well, as I think I just showed you there, and it's kind of negative. I think I may put a little bit of tape around the end of it, or see if I can put something in where it slips in to kind of give it a little bit more grip there. But out of the box, the action, I mean, I haven't adjusted really anything on this, so you get an idea of where things stand. It's reasonably low. It's heavy though. I mean, this thing's 8.5 pounds. Right in that range. So, good little guitar. Sounds a lot like a Les Paul. I think with the 24 fret neck, I mean, you can definitely get a little bit higher access to be able to play it. The one thing, if you haven't played a 24 fret, the pickups are closer together, so you don't get quite as much of a dynamic change in tone from the neck to the bridge because of the spacing. So it really, I think if the pickups were voiced a little bit differently, that'd be where you'd get the biggest offset. Not to say there isn't a difference there, it's just, if you're used to playing Les Pauls, it's definitely not as dynamic there. Cool little strap buttons. I think the body is I want to say I checked this out before, and it's a two-piece kind of offset seam. Yeah, one, two. But looks like it's a mahogany or some sort of mahogany-ish thing. I think only other negatives is there's just a couple little, either some glue spots or something just under the finish there, but all in all, for the price, I paid at the time $178 plus shipping for this. I think they've gone up a little bit as the dollars weakened slightly to the euro of late, but still, 178 bucks. I'd say that it's a slightly lesser facsimile to some of the new SEs that have the carved top. I think this carve is closer though to a PRS standard carve than the SE carve. The SE carve's kind of a simple bevel edge. I think right there you get an idea of just how well it's done. And to anyone looking at a PRS copy, the one giveaway between kind of the ones that are inspired is right here. And you'll see that this has a nice little bevel on the inside edge, and a nice bevel on the outside edge, so it really gives a 3D look there. If you ever look at the fake Chinese PRS copies, this is almost always smooth, and if it ever is like this, it's like a plain top or a solid top, because it's really hard to get the veneer to wrap over that. But the wonders of Benton and their factories in China, they did a good job. Catches the light kind of nice right there, doesn't it? So that's this bad boy. Very impressed with it. We'll give a quick little just tone run through, nothing special. Once again, put the knives and whatever away. More gear than talent, just play to have fun. Had a guy, went by George Lucas, give me some scathing reviews of my playing, and I mean, he's not off base, he just was kind of mean. You're mean, George. So I, of course, insulted his choice of trying to ruin the Star Wars franchise. Tongue-in-cheek, in jest. Whatever, man. We all have opinions. Apparently comments are a great place to just blow off steam. Why not? So right now I'm going through a Voodoo Labs amp selector. I'm going to go into the Vox AC4. So full-on bridge pickup through the AC4, pretty clean tone. So one thing before I get playing through this is Vox is it's a very bright amp. I'm running through a Celestian Greenback 25 little Vox 1x12 cab. The Harley Benton pickups are definitely, they're hot and they're very bright sounding. So if you're used to kind of your more less polytones with it, I've definitely found that I have to roll the volume off a little bit, and I roll my tone off a little bit too. And it kind of butters them up. For driven tones, it's kind of nice to get them back up there, because then I have some extra drive and kind of detail that you can do there that isn't there. But I found that by rolling the two of those off, I get... Sweet. Definitely getting a lot of mids out, kind of as it sits right there. But, you know, full on. It's got a bark and it's got a bite, especially through a tube amp. It's kind of nice there. Switch over to the Black Star. she sounds really good overdriven. She plays well that way, even in the middle. So kind of cool. If I roll the volume off a little bit, same kind of dirty there, but just give it a little bit less. Middle. That was fun. Anywho, all in all, kind of a great guitar, a lot of fun. For the price, you really can't beat it. She's super pretty. She plays well. Like I say, the trem bar falls out of mine. I'll see if I can fix that up. And the pickups are a little bright. In time, I may swap them. I may keep them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But it's a great buy. So ladies and germs, gentlemen, folks, children of all ages, Harley Benton CST 24T in lovely cherry burst, paradisey goodness. Thomans.de is where I bought it from. They ship to the US. If you buy more than one, if you buy 3 guitars, the shipping is the same amount of money, which is why I have so many damn Harley Bentons, because I'm a cheap bastard, and yet I spend way too much money on. As always, I've been Nick in the States, and I have issues. Thanks for stopping by.